What is he doing here?
We found your daughter. She's alive.
Orphan was one of the most striking and original thrillers of 2009, and the news of the upcoming prequel, Orphan First Kill, is very welcome indeed.
Sweetheart, it's Mommy.
However, if you're anything like us, you've probably forgotten most of the story over the last 13 years.
Is there anything you want to tell me about your time away?
Don't worry, IGN is here to get you up to speed with everything that happened in Orphan. Orphan is the story of the Coleman family, who after the stillbirth of their third child are a bit bloody rocky. Kate and John decide to adopt a kiddo to add to their existing family of 2 and settle on a 9-year-old Russian girl named Esther from a local orphanage, St. Mariana's.
Nice to meet you.
Aw, isn't she sweet?
I guess I'm different.
There's nothing wrong with being different, you know.
Well, you two have a lot in common.
At first, everything is pretty chill. Esther gets along with 5-year-old Max, even learning ASL.
She's been practicing the whole way.
12-year-old Daniel, however, is a little more resistant, especially after Esther shows him her somewhat harsh views on nature. Crikey, maybe it's a Russian thing?
It's alright. It's in heaven now.
However, even cultural differences can't explain the red flags that follow. When Esther gets bullied at school, for instance, she takes matters into her own hands, roping Max into the lie. And when Sister Abigail from the orphanage, played by the great CCH Pounder, decides to share some of her suspicions with the elder Colemans, Esther uses Max to take her off the road. And then lays the hammer down. Come on, Esther, none of that. Esther forces Max to help her dispose of Sister Abigail's body and then hides the murder weapon in Daniel's treehouse, which the little tacker witnesses. However, he's made to stay quiet in the strongest terms possible.
I'll cut your hairless little prick off before you even figure out what it's for.
Meanwhile, Kate is becoming increasingly suspicious of Esther's behaviour, and things come to a head when the Russian doll gives her a gift of flowers, ripped from Kate's dead baby's grave. Kate does her block and pushes Esther, who then exaggerates the extent of the injury with the help of old Mr. Vice. Esther continues to make Kate look bad by sending Max on a little ride and pointing out the booze lying around the kitchen.
The girls found this morning.
You mean Esther found it?
Kate starts to investigate Esther's past, finding a promising lead.
Southern Institute is not an orphanage, it is a mental hospital.
Later, Esther locks poor Daniel in his treehouse and sets the damn thing on fire. He barely escapes with his life and is rushed to hospital, where Esther has another crack at killing him. Kate intervenes and gives Esther a bit of chin music, which leads to her being sedated right when there's an important call coming in. At home, Esther gets dolled up and decides to comfort her drunk daddy, which, wait, what the hell is going on now?
What is this?
And so we've come to the scene that made everyone very uncomfortable in 2009, until it's revealed to Kate that Esther is not a 9-year-old, but rather a tiny, evil serial killer.
She's 33 years old. She killed 7 people that we know of.
This news is both a shock and something of a relief, considering that last scene. John works it all out just a little bit too late and dies thinking, I probably should have listened to Vera Farmiga, hey. Kate drives home via a spicy shortcut and tells Esther that people in glass houses shouldn't throw bullets. Esther, however, is fueled with the power of crazy and has an epic blue with Kate, and even Max has a crack at her. Happily, Kate prevails and sends Esther to a watery grave, leaving the remaining Colemans free to live on and maybe buy a puppy the next time they're feeling lonely. However, the story of Esther is not totally told, as we never found out about the first American family that had the misfortune to adopt her. And if you think you know the whole story, think again. Orphan First Kill is hitting cinemas around Australia on September 1st. Before then, be sure to check out the trailer. And for everything else involving homicidal genetically mutated serial killers, you're in the right place, I guess. IGN.
The mother protects her family. No matter what.